Hey guys, it's Jeremy J Mac. You know my name, one of your very favorite people with Parkinson's. Here for another exciting adventure and episode with my little segment, my little show called Not Just Parkinson's, where I talk with. I'm not going to say I'm never going to talk to people without Parkinson's, but let's just say like 95% of the times I'm talking to people, they're going to have Parkinson's. And I just like to get to know my fellow Parkies. I'm joined by David Gebhart. Say what's up, bro.
What's up, bro?
How's it hanging?
Pretty good today. It's not snowing.
You're up in Canada, eh?
Yeah, it's not snowing today in Canada.
And tell me, explain this to me. How come you're Canadian and you're not a hockey fan?
Okay, long time ago, I was a big Vancouver Canuck fan, and they sold my favorite player, Trevor Linden, and then that really put me off of it because I was like, oh, wow, how could you trade away Trevor Linden? Like seriously, and then they banished him to like the New York Islanders, which is you can't get him much farther away from Vancouver, BC than that.
Nope, nope, nope. So
And
that was
then
the end of hockey for you, huh?
yeah, and then 2 years later was a big lockout or a walkout or I can't remember what it was, and I'm just like I'm done with the sport.
Well, tell me about a little bit about yourself and what you do with your channel, Life with Parkinson's. Here, can you show us your shirt real quick?
Yeah, life
There we
with
go. Life with
Parkinson.
Parkinson's. Look them up on YouTube. I'll put the link in the description. Tell me a little bit about yourself, David.
Well, the last 14 years before, well, let's see, I got diagnosed in May of 2017, and at the time I was working. Well, I was part owner of a garage door company that was working the Sea to Sky corridor, Squamish, Whistler, Pemberton area mainly, and it was a big impact on us, definitely. And then the doctors are telling me you got to start, getting ready for retirement now. I'm just like, what? Because they're like, well, you got a progressive neurodegenerative disease. So at the time, when that happened, we were looking for like life stories, personal stuff about Parkinson's, and we really couldn't find any. And we were complaining, well, not complaining, but we were telling our kids about it. My son was like, you got to start your own channel then. If there aren't enough YouTube channels out there, start your own. Yeah, so that's how I got into it.
How long ago were you diagnosed?
May 2017, so 6.5 years right now.
So you're still kind of a newbie. I've been at it for 11 years.
Yeah, you're definitely a lot more experienced than I am.
Unfortunately, sir.
Yeah, I'm not jealous.
Why don't we get into our questions here? What was your initial reaction to your PD diagnosis? Denial, relief, dread? A lot of people go through denial. That's one of the questions I got from somebody is how, I mean, was anybody in denial about it?
Well, I was in denial about it because we'd been seeing my family doctor for something totally unrelated. I was getting warts on my feet all the time, which drove me to the doctor's office. So maybe it was like my body saying, hey, you should go see the doctor. So you'd have to freeze them, cut them off, freeze them, cut them off. And then one day he looks at me and goes, is your shoulder stiff? My left shoulder. I said, yeah, it's been stiff for a long time. So he just kind of grabbed it, wiggled it around a little bit. I'm going to send you to see a neurologist. I'm like, what? My wife is like, that's a great idea. Yeah, it was just came out of left field. And we were making some major life choices at the time. So my family doctor was like, don't make any decisions until you see the neurologist. I'm like, what? I'm perfectly fine. I don't need to see a neurologist. But yeah, my wife was like, yeah, we got to get to that appointment. So
Yeah.
yeah, they were so worried about me. The neurologist drove up on a Sunday from Vancouver to Squamish to come and see me at the local medical clinic. I couldn't believe it. And that's where we got the news.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a heavy load.
it is.
Okay, let's switch it up and add. Here's something fun for you. What was one of your favorite TV shows as a kid?
Oh, that's an easy one for me. That was Battlestar Galactica, the show that got canceled too soon. But I did enjoy the revival one back in the like whenever it was 15, 20 years ago. That was really good as well.
It's on the Sci-Fi Channel, right?
Yeah, Sci-Fi Channel. Yeah, I really liked Battlestar Galactica. Of course, it's more like a cult favorite than like a widespread TV show because, of course, humanity gets annihilated by their own creation. So it's not really. something
Imagine
everyone
that.
wants to watch. Yeah, not something everyone wants to watch.
What is your greatest fear with Parkinson's?
I think being confined to my bed in my bedroom, that would be my greatest fear. Definitely doing whatever I can to avoid that.
And that's a real fear. That's one of the things that for me, I didn't realize. I thought Parkinson's was shaky hands. I didn't realize
Yeah.
all that it entailed when I was first diagnosed. Walking, I was like, what do you mean walking?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so, like, I can't think of a disease out there with more symptoms. Like, our symptom list is like 5 miles long.
Yep. And I'm sure, like I did one a while back, I'm sure I didn't even get all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, those are just the common ones.
Who would play you in a movie about your life?
Okay, that was a question I had to think about a long time, but the one I came up with was Alan Alda from MASH.
He's
Yeah.
got Parkinson's.
Yeah, he's got Parkinson's. Yeah, I really enjoyed him in that show. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he's funny. He can actually act. I love Alan Alda.
Yeah, me too.
If you were a pro wrestler, what would your stage name be? This is a fun one.
That would be Diamond Dave.
Oh, like Van Halen?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, the last company I worked at before when I was diagnosed was Diamond Head Door, and I got called the Diamond Dave quite a bit. So I would definitely take that name into the wrestling ring.
That's great. I mean, honestly, I don't think you might have to arm wrestle David Lee Roth for it, but Diamond Dave, hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Andre the Giant, here I come.
Name one of your heroes. Well, Nate, just name any number of your heroes. Who are your heroes? Let's just be more brief.
My heroes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say me. No, don't say me.
It's one of my favorite people with Parkinson's.
Just kidding.
Man, my heroes. Oh, yeah. I guess that would be my wife and kids because they've just been such a big part of my life, and I don't really think of many public figures as my heroes because I don't really know them, right? I just kind of know what I see in the public scheme of things. So, yeah, definitely my kids and my wife, for sure.
Well, name a way that your kids and your wife help you and support you through your life journey.
Well, it was definitely my son's suggesting I start the YouTube channel, and my wife's always been really supportive about things like that. It's just that we've stuck together so much. We had 3 chronic illnesses. My wife has endometriosis. My daughter has type 1 diabetes. I have Parkinson's. It really put us in the spotlight in each other's lives quite a bit.
Family is so important.
Yeah, so those would be my heroes.
Describe one of your most awkward Parkinson's related moments.
Oh man, that's an easy one. It was the day I got accused of shoplifting at the drugstore.
I remember that video.
Yeah, that was brutal. That was probably one of the worst experiences with Parkinson's so far.
Can you tell that story?
Well, yeah, I'd been going to the gym for a while. And then after I went to the gym, I always went over to the local drugstore just to grab whatever we needed on the way home. And I'd been using my backpack there for, a few months at least. So all the workers, got to know me. I wasn't trying to steal or anything. And all of a sudden, I'm just about to head to pay. I got my wallet in my hand and I'm walking over to pay. And this lady that works there is like, "What are you doing? You can't do that." And she grabs my bag and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, here comes the anxiety." So I just basically empty everything onto the ground and walk out. And I'm like, "You can't treat me that way." And she's like, "Don't come back."
Did you ever go back?
Well, my sister-in-law went on a phone rampage. And, and I did get an apology letter from the store. So
should have got a gift card. Should have got a gift card.
Yeah, I got a couple of gift cards and an apology letter from the store. But needless to say, we don't go back there very often. Definitely not.
Now, I want to know about your favorite pet.
My favorite pet. Well, Definitely one of my birds, Kiwi.
Kiwi, I knew you. I set this one up on a tee for you, Dave.
Yeah, pretty much.
Diamond Dave.
Diamond Dave. It's Kiwi is really the only pet I've ever had. Like I had chickens growing up, but they were laying eggs. I wouldn't really call those pets. Well, we had cats, but none of them were my cat. They were the family cat. So Kiwi's actually the first pet that's been my pet.
Now, what kind of bird is she?
She's a green cheek conure from like South America kind of region. And
Now, is she one of the birds that talks?
Oh my goodness, she can say so many words.
Really?
Yeah, she can say a lot. Well, we talk to her all day, and Haley talks to her a lot. She'll be like, she'll be like, what does she say? Yeah, good morning. Look at me. Look at me. Yeah.
Get my pills. Get my pills. Get my pills.
Oh yeah, she tries to get my pills so many times.
Oh, you're levodopa?
Yeah, she tries to get at them all the time. It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, I love your videos when you got Kiwi out. She's a real sweetheart.
Yeah, she's turned into a really good bird. Like she just loves my daughter. Like it's funny because when I vacuum, she'll like scream and yell at me and then flap her wings and stuff. But if Haley vacuums, she doesn't care.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, but if Haley's sweeping the floor, she'll bark at Haley. But if I sweep the floor, she doesn't care. So I can sweep the floor, but I can't vacuum. And Haley can vacuum, but she can't sweep the floor.
Now, is Kiwi like tame? Does she sit on your finger and stuff?
Oh yeah, she cleans my ears, sits on my finger, sits on my shoulder. And her favorite treat is live cereal.
Oh yeah, Mikey likes it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she just loves live cereal. She won't eat like Shreddies and other stuff. That would be live cereal.
Very nice, David. You passed the audition.
Yeah, thank you. What part do I get to play?
Any part you want. Slow, stiff guy.
Yeah, slow, stiff guy. That's me.
So why don't you before we go out here, why don't you tell people about your channel? And now, like I said, I'll put a link in the description.
Awesome. Well, yeah, Life with Parkinson's was just born out of the idea of just about spreading awareness and just encouraging people with Parkinson's to take their journey together with us. And one of the things we do is we try and connect people with products to help ease their symptoms. And this isn't a knock at the medical community. I say this all the time. The doctors out there don't have all the tools. They just don't have them all. And that's not something bad that they're doing. They just don't have them all. So I try and connect people with Parkinson's to companies that have proven products that can help ease our symptoms, because our symptoms are endless. So that's kind of the little niche we try and fill on YouTube.
Well, you're doing a great job, Dave.
Yeah. And I definitely look forward to your content every week too. It's nice to watch other people's videos.
Yeah, that's one of the great things. I mean, like I've lost friends because of Parkinson's, or maybe just around, maybe not specifically because of Parkinson's, but I've really gained some really good friends, and I count you among those, David.
Yeah, I count you among those as well. Definitely.
All right, well, that's all for this week's edition of Not Just Parkinson's. I'm J Mac saying, I don't have a catchphrase at the end here, so we'll just cut. J Mac out.